Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 357. Better luck some other day. Better luck tomorrow. My name is Eric.
Is that what we're going with?
Yep.
My name's Joe.
Yep, not restarting that.
I mean, I got the name of the movie wrong when I picked it last week. So, honestly, yeah. I think I said Better Off Tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
I was thinking Better Off Dead. And also maybe Better Off Ted.
Sure, yeah.
Better luck tomorrow.
Better luck tomorrow. Better luck finding it online.
For free.
Yeah, right?
With things that we subscribe to. Yeah, I said last week that this movie is available on Hoopla.
Yep.
And that is just a flat lie, apparently.
Yeah. I don't understand digital borrowing from libraries.
Yeah.
It's digital. There's an infinite resource.
Right.
How can it be unavailable?
It's very strange.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I get they get licenses and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah. Agreed. Is there a rush on people renting or borrowing Better Luck Tomorrow through the Hoopla streaming service?
Yeah, I don't
Did
know.
we cause this?
It's very possible.
Was it our fault that we couldn't watch this movie?
I mean, we've done nothing but rave about Justin Lin for the last 12 weeks? Something like that?
Not incorrect. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird because I searched on the app itself.
Right. The Hoopla app.
And nothing was coming up at all. I did a search via Roku, which said it was available on Hoopla, which when I clicked on said the title was unavailable.
Yeah.
Which is super weird.
Really strange.
Yeah. Because you know, I've borrowed stuff off like Libby and other apps from the library, and they will tell you if a thing is like unavailable but will be available at some point.
Right.
And this was just not available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
No. So we had to pay money for it.
$4.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't happen very often.
No. I mean, should we have splurged for the HD quality?
I don't think we needed that extra 50 cents worth of definition. I wonder what that would have looked like, considering this is a movie from 2002.
Right. Which seemed like it was shot on digital video as is.
Yes.
But 2002 level digital video.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like on the little portable DV cameras that, you know, we used to use at the TV station when I worked there around this same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that you want to see that in HD.
Not particularly.
Who knows what that's going to pick up.
I mean, I would have just assumed that it would just look really digitized.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I liked the grainy quality of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't super grainy, but it was somewhat grainy.
Yeah.
And I liked that quality of it. It made it feel different.
Yeah.
And it made it feel like Justin Lin's first movie.
Yeah.
Which it is, so that makes sense.
I watching this, you know, throughout the whole thing, I just kept thinking, I totally see why they picked him to make the worst Fast and the Furious movie. Like, I got it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's like, I see what they saw.
Yeah.
And said, yeah, let's get him.
Yeah, I think he understands drifting.
No drifting in this movie.
No drift, not in this one.
Oh,
no,
not physical drifting. Maybe some metaphorical.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We come pretty close to a street race.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Car, and the other car comes up next to him, and I thought for sure there was going to be a street race, and I was sorely disappointed.
Yeah. Some neat looking cars, I guess.
Yeah.
Han's car is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Han from the Fast Saga.
Right,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. The reason that we watched this movie.
Yep.
Because it introduces Han.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, he's great.
Yeah.
Sung Kang is phenomenal.
He is just he's got a natural charisma.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
He's magnetic.
Yeah.
His hair's a little weird in it, but towards the end he had traditional Han hair.
Right.
Until the very end when
when he shaves it off.
his head. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a pretty man.
He is.
Like I had not really noticed it before this movie. He's a fox.
Yeah.
He's hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Like, he's not a bad looking person in this bunch. Well,
no.
Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil, sure, okay,
Yeah.
fine. Also from the Fast and the Furious universe.
Is he?
He also makes an appearance in Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
Though as a different character.
All right.
He plays Earl in Tokyo Drift. I assume there's a guy that shows up at a street race early on in the movie. I remember.
Earl was in the later one too.
Was he?
When Sean shows back up.
Yes, holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing. But of course, I mean, I think we should assume that it's Virgil, just, post gunshot wound to the head.
Sure, had his memory erased.
It's like a real Rick Grayson situation. Where he just becomes an entirely different person. God, remember that shit show?
Who was not paying attention at the time. I knew it existed. Had zero interest.
Yeah. Immediately dropped Nightwing.
Was that or because it was Dan Jurgens?
No, because it wasn't Dan Jurgens at first.
Oh, okay.
It was maybe Scott Lobdell wrote the first couple issues, which is not better.
Yeah.
But no, it just sucked.
Yeah, what the most I know of the Rick Grayson storyline has taken place in the current Tom Taylor run,
right?
And yeah, if anything, just reflecting upon it made that run more the worse. You know?
Yeah, agreed. Anyway,
yeah, I had zero clue what this movie was going to be about.
Yeah, me either.
It's weird.
It is weird. I dug it. I liked it a lot. I think
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end, I was like, yeah, I'm into this.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, it's a relatively low stakes.
Yep.
Like, just high school drama that becomes sort of a crime movie.
Right.
And yeah, it's really interesting. Oh,
yeah.
I really liked it.
So the movie starts out with our main character Ben hanging out with Virgil, and then they're just sort of chit-chatting, and then a phone starts ringing, and it's neither of theirs, and of course this is 2002 technology, 2001 technology, most likely.
Yeah.
And they wind up digging up a grave and finding a hand where the phone is coming from.
A grave that's in just a backyard.
Yeah.
A suburban backyard.
Yep. And you're wondering how we got here.
Yeah. Yep, record scratch.
Yep,
that's me.
Didn't care for that part.
No.
Yeah, I never liked that.
Could have done without that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think I would have, instead of spending the 3/4 of the movie wondering how we get there, I would have spent 3/4 of the movie wondering where the fuck is this going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
you do sort of need that. And I think also just the juxtaposition of that opening and then how sort of mundane things are
right.
previously is it works for me anyway.
It meanders a little bit, I think, but it's building character.
Yeah,
which, I mean, for a guy who went on to make 39 Fast and the Furious movies, that's something.
And the best of the new Star Trek movies.
Did he? Did he?
Yeah, he did. He did Star Trek Beyond, right? I think.
I mean, I don't doubt you.
I'm pretty sure he did, because it was like,
I mean,
the Star Trek nerds were in an uproar that the Fast and Furious guy was doing a Star Trek movie.
And you're right, that is the best one.
Yeah.
Out of the new ones. Yep, Justin Lin. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that movie rips ass.
It's really
I love that movie.
It's great. We saw it in the theater together.
We did.
We?
It was great. In the clouds.
Yeah. Oh boy. As the years go by, I forget the specifics of that, but I know it's recorded for posterity somewhere.
I remember all of the details of that.
You'll have to refresh me sometime.
I'll tell you about it later.
All right. You'll have to tell me about my own story someday.
Did you also suffer a bad head injury?
Quite possibly.
Have you lost your memory?
I mean, yeah, that just may be age and looming Alzheimer's. So.
That's fair. Yeah, I get that. So yeah, it's basically just, Ben and Virgil. Virgil somehow is super smart and on the academic decathlon. And Ben is very smart as well, and they just, they bored with their suburban intelligent
drudgery.
Yeah, they turn to a life of crime.
Yeah, pretty much. It's about nerds doing naughty things.
Yeah. That was actually the original title of the movie I read. Yeah, but there was confusion.
That was the name of the porn that they watched.
That's true. It was.
With the girl who clearly does not look anything like Stephanie.
No, they're racist.
Right? They can't tell that Asians look different from each other.
Oh, no. Which is weird, because they are Asian.
Yeah.
Should we be talking about this?
Why not?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, so almost everybody in this movie is Asian American.
Yeah.
And it's like only brought up as a thing like maybe twice.
Yeah.
Like other than sort of the, I think they're definitely playing on the stereotype of, the smart Asians who are overachieving.
Yeah.
Because that is, the core cast of characters are all honor students who are in every single club, and it's all just to get, into the college of their choices.
Right.
But still, there's like, some class differences between, some of them and others.
Yeah.
Particularly John Cho whenever he shows up.
That was amazing. I did not know he was in this movie. I was like, whoa, that's Harold or Kumar. I can't remember which. It's Harold.
It's Harold.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's obvious.
I know that one's easy. But yeah, no, I was excited.
Is this where we get canceled?
That was not anything about. Just because I've never seen those movies, so I don't know which character is which. And I'm a bad person. But no, I was excited when he showed up. and was glad that he was in it as much as he was. I thought maybe it was just going to be like a cameo or something.
Right.
So that was fun.
Yeah. So when I put together the episodes, I also start preparing the next episode for us to record and go.
Sure.
And then sometimes I don't go for 2 weeks or whatever until I edit it together.
Right.
But I always have that image ready to go. And the only decent image that I could pull from the internet was of John Cho in this movie.
All right.
So I knew he was in it. Which surprised me because, again, other than knowing it was Justin Lin's first movie and that Sung Kang, I think it was his first movie too.
I think so. I think you're right, yeah.
So I just assumed it was, a Japanese movie.
Yeah.
Just because I'm racist.
Sure. Naturally.
But then when I saw John Cho, I was like, oh, okay. So, and the main character, Perry Shen, I've seen him and stuff too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What else has he been in that you've seen?
The first thing that I ever saw him in was he was in the movie Hatchet.
Okay.
And I believe he appears in most of the Hatchets.
All right.
Yeah.
Does he play the Hatchet?
He does not play the Hatchet.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he dies in each one.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. And then somehow just comes back.
Sure.
And nobody ever mentions, that he had died previously. I could be getting this wrong as well.
It's going to end up being key to the Hatchet lore. Like the way that Jason Voorhees' death and resurrections are all somehow tied together in Supernatural.
Sure, yeah. We should do the Hatchet franchise.
I don't think so.
There's only 4 of them.
I'm still good. I'm gonna have to veto that one.
It's got Kane Hodder in it.
Oh shit!
He's the best Victor
You
Crowley.
know I'm a fucking Kane head.
I know you are.
Where my Kane heads at, listeners? Woo woo woo! Kane! Harder, harder, harder. No, I do not want to do those.
When you chant that, people just turn up the temperature because
yes.
they don't understand.
And we're back.
Hi.
Hi. Holy shit. Oh, boy. Steve.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, Stephanie.
Yes.
Weird.
That is weird. Whenever I'm on dating apps and I see someone named Erica, I just immediately swipe left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the good one?
No, that's the bad one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. No, that's going to be weird.
Yeah. What if they have the same last name as you?
That'd be even weirder,
Swipe
especially
right?
since they usually don't show the last name. So,
okay.
But also, it's a very unique last name. There is a fairly good chance they would be related.
What if you just haven't seen the person in a while and you're like, oh, I'd like to catch up with her? Swipe right.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Oh, better off dead. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's very stylish. Very, very stylish.
I think that is to its detriment.
Yeah, I can't tell. Like, sometimes it is really cool, and sometimes it's a distraction.
For me, it was mostly a distraction.
Okay.
Like this is an MTV Films movie.
Right.
And it very much feels like an MTV Films movie.
Yeah.
Lots of fast cuts and weird blurs and it was,
they don't even play song 2.
They do not.
It's songs 3 and 4 throughout. Weird blurs.
I mean, I understand that this is a low budget movie, but they maybe could have kicked in a little bit extra for the soundtrack.
Probably.
Because there was nothing memorable.
Yeah.
At least from the time. And, I mean, I'm sorry. Of course, there was Budge.
You're right. Obviously. We all remember Budge.
Yes.
Yeah. We all remember their breakout hit, Pop Music from the Party. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was.
That was very strange.
Yeah.
Is there a street race happening outside?
I don't know. Let's go look.
Yeah, no, the music was either generic or bad.
Yes. And both?
And both. No, I did think about it being an MTV Films production and wondering why they didn't put any of the music part of the MTV into the movie.
Right? Especially when you've got MC Hammer as a major investor.
Yeah.
Financially in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
He couldn't kick in a song or two either?
He was in the editing room like, no, I just think Too Legit to Quit would be great during this sequence. When they're beating this guy to death.
Yeah, it would have been. It thematically would fit.
It would.
Because they were too legit to quit.
At that point, they very much were.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the timeline? Did they say it was 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Or 4 months, maybe? I don't know.
I want to say 4 months.
Okay.
It felt like months.
4 months makes more sense than 4 weeks. Because a lot happens.
Because I generally could not remember. And by the end of the movie, I kept, was it 4 weeks? Was it 4 months?
Yeah.
Like it I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember a lot of things that happened by the end. There was one thing that happened near the end that was like, oh yeah, that was a thing that had been brought up. I can't even remember what that was.
Was it the newspaper article about them being a basketball player?
Yes.
Being the token Asian basketball player?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember when that came up. I was like, oh yeah. That is how they got acquainted.
Right?
Him and Derek.
Derek. Spelled very incorrectly.
Yes. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I know he's Asian, but come on.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is DEREC the traditional Asian spelling of Derek?
His was DARIC.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's even further off than I thought.
Yep.
Clearly, you were paying more attention to the closed captions than I was.
Yeah. There's a lot of mumbling in this movie too.
There is a lot of mumbling and a lot of crosstalk.
Yeah.
It's indie.
That's why I keep subtitles on for things like that.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Plus, how will you know when the thrash punk music is playing without the subtitles?
This is also true. I forget what movie I was watching a couple weeks ago, but they had the option on the Blu-ray for English and English for the deaf and hard of hearing.
Okay.
And I really love when they have that option.
Yeah.
Because just playing English is just the dialogue.
Right.
I don't need to read the cues.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. But that is not an option most times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I bet that is nice.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, so it's just basically about bored teenagers who they slowly just start evolving into a life of crime.
Yeah.
and things escalate.
Yes.
And then, of course, the traditional, whenever someone tries to get out, they just get pulled right back in.
That's right. Yeah.
But also, otherwise, it's just a teen comedy.
Yeah.
Drama.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were funny parts.
Sort of a rom-com.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know they all get away with it.
Yeah.
Because, nobody's after Han. Though I guess he does flee the country eventually.
Yeah. I do like that this movie wants us to believe that Han at 40 years old is a high school student.
That was so surprising to me. Like, I think there's a scene where they're all having lunch.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is he there?
Yep.
Is he just hanging around? He graduated a decade ago.
I thought it was like a Matthew McConaughey situation from Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it turns out he is a student.
Yep.
Utterly absurd. There's something about the way that Sung Kang moves as Han, and I don't know if it's a thing that he's doing just for Han, because I've never seen him in anything else that I know of.
Sure.
But it's so interesting. Like, his shoulders are so broad, and he sort of hunches, and he just swaggers, and he's so cool.
He is. It's also. At one point in time, I was like, he's kind of walking like an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just bad posture. Because he is kind of slumped while he's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, he is very cool.
Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck.
He does not. And I guess he's also a super genius too.
Yeah. At least he's a safe cracker.
Well, that as well.
He agrees to do that. We never see that in the Fast and the Furious.
This is true. Not that I remember, anyway.
No, but I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
He has all of the skills.
I mean, yeah, you gotta, you gotta be multi-talented when you're in a Fast movie.
Sure, he had a life before that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This explains why he's, he possibly met Dom.
Yeah.
While he was pulling, some of these scams that they're doing here.
It's true.
Yeah.
When they steal the computer parts,
right?
I'm like, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to combination DVD TVs.
Yep. Even the scam they were doing, and I guess that was a Best Buy, or Best Buy type place, where they would rack up a bunch of stuff on a credit card and then go through and find all the same products and slap stickers on them, to return them.
I assume they were sold stickers or whatever.
I guess so. Yeah.
So yeah, this is a good scam.
It is a good scam.
It's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were already criminals when the movie began.
Yeah, no.
Just much lower level.
Yeah, they spiral into bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Like murder.
Just like murder. I mean, the one time.
Sure.
That we know of.
I mean, that's really all you need, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's fair in the eyes of the law.
And the Lord.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. By the Lord, you mean Dom, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, man. We made some jokes throughout about Mr. Nobody being behind things. And I, before we even started talking about it, I was definitely thinking about, is this when... Has he already caught the attention of Kurt Russell? As he's selling drugs to high school kids.
Sure, and cheat sheets.
And cheat sheets. That's how he knows he's super smart.
Right?
He could be a valuable asset. Oh, it was a good time.
It was a good time. I did like that, throughout the movie they build up Virgil as this skinny little nervy spaz guy.
Yeah.
And like the entire time you're going to think like whatever their hijinks they're about to get up to, like that involves the dead body, he's the one responsible.
Yeah.
Because he done fucked up something.
Yeah.
And he actually doesn't.
Yeah.
Then his kind of, I guess, his fate is real fucked up and a surprise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I mean, for all his bravado and I guess mostly just bravado,
Right? Yeah.
he always ends up cracking
Yeah.
and crying, and
He cries quite a few times.
he does cry quite a few times.
And you know what? I get it.
I totally get it. Yeah. This is not a judgment on Virgil or his experience
Nope.
or his reaction to those things.
Show your emotions, boy.
Please do. You are the most emotionally intelligent character in the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about what happens to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bummer, but also totally makes sense
Right.
given everything that we've seen of him up to that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then it has a happy ending.
It has an ambiguous ending.
It's very ambiguous,
which I appreciate.
Yeah.
There are consequences to what the gang does, which is they kill Steve.
Yeah.
The movie's over 20 years old, and you have to go out of your way to watch it.
Yeah.
By paying money. So sorry, but yeah, it's yeah, like Han shaves his head and I don't know, Derek seems fine.
He's a sociopath.
He is a sociopath.
He
very
is
much.
Absolutely the worst of them all.
Yeah. And then yeah, Ben. Who knows? We don't know what happens to Ben.
No. Yeah.
He maybe gets the girl.
Maybe.
Who he gets Stephanie.
Yeah.
Which she's gonna be real upset when she finds out.
You know what? He can keep Stephanie.
Yeah, I know. You're right. You're not wrong. John Cho as bad boyfriend was pretty great.
He was pretty great. I like John Cho a lot.
I like John Cho a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs
also a handsome man.
Very handsome.
Good looking guy.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Cowboy Bebop show?
No, I never did.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also heard he was very good on that show Selfie with Karen Gillan.
Oh, is that the My Fair Lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never saw that either.
Nah.
He was good on the he did a season of the Exorcist TV show.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. He was really good in that.
Was he one of the sexy fuck priests?
He was not one of the sexy fuck priests.
Okay. Is that what you called it? I think okay.
That is exactly what I called it, yes. So that is what that show should have been called.
Just like the movie.
Yep. Because there were two priests. They were sexy as hell.
Damn
I
right.
just wanted to see them fuck the entire time.
That's right. Max von Sydow and whatever that other guy's name was. Just bone down, fellas.
Hell yeah.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, but he was in, I think there was only 2 seasons, so
Yeah.
he was in the second one.
Okay.
But yeah, he was really good. He plays like the father of, he's like the head of an orphanage.
Okay.
And he's like the father figure to a bunch of misfit kids.
Nice.
And one of them gets possessed.
No.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every damn time. Like, if you know that you're going to be in a thing called The Exorcist,
Yeah.
someone's going to get possessed.
Yeah.
Read the script beforehand, guys.
Did he know to call the exorcists?
I believe he did. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's lucky. Whew. Yeah. I liked this. I don't know what to say about it. that I haven't said already. I'm a good movie podcaster.
Yeah, well, we both are.
Yes.
No, yeah, it is good. It was surprisingly good. Like I did not expect much. Mostly because again, Tokyo Drift is so terrible.
Yeah.
That I just assumed his first movie could not have been that good.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has its problems. It's not a perfect movie, but it is enjoyable.
Definitely.
And I liked, I liked the fact that it is pretty much all Asian American cast, and that while there are stereotypes at play, they aren't, necessarily done in the like a negative way, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, even though
all stereotypes are sort of inherently negative, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They're not. I mean, they all are super smart nerds, but they're also like for all the other side sort of like almost background Asian characters that kind of come through that aren't the core group that we meet. Some of them, they're not all the nerds either.
Yeah, they are complex, well-rounded characters.
Yeah. And there's some white folk in that nerd group too.
Yeah.
We don't get much of them, but they're just
they're window dressing.
Exactly. Yeah.
They are token white people.
They are there to keep the normies from getting scared.
That's right. Oh boy. So this movie came out in 2002.
Yep.
Which places it between The Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yep.
In your Fast Saga viewing.
Sure.
You can find it on Amazon Prime with a cover image that utilizes the Fast and the Furious font.
Yep.
Which is perfect.
Yeah. While doing an image search, that is pretty much all I found. Capitalizing on that.
Love it. Love to see it.
And you may think that we're joking about the whole Han thing, but it's, I think, relatively confirmed that is Han from the Fast movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he smokes like a chimney in this movie.
Yep.
So, confirming what Giselle says about him. About how he's always snacking to keep his hands busy.
Yep.
As a recovering smoker.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty fun. I like that.
It is. I did like that too. And so in the timeline, so you said this takes place between Fast 1 and Fast 2.
Yeah, or it was released between Fast 1 and Fast 2.
Right.
So
obviously Fast 3 is the next movie, but we know that actually takes place 4 movies ahead.
Yes. Yeah, so it would go The Fast and the Furious, Better Luck Tomorrow, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious. So there's some stuff in there that we don't know how he gets hooked up with Dom.
Right.
And then Fast 5.
So it
Furious 6. Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Furious 7, and then from there.
Yeah. So I feel like there is another movie that we could have somewhere in there showing how he goes from this, and I think they're in like Los Angeles.
I was going to say, I think they're in LA, so probably runs into Dom at some point in LA. Maybe a race wars, who knows?
Right. And then, travels to Tokyo for the first time.
Right. Well, no, because he goes to the Dominican Republic.
Well,
all that stuff.
It's always kind of infirmed that he had established himself in Tokyo at one point and then left.
Oh, is it?
And I think so.
Okay,
because they always, whenever he was talking to Giselle, they were always talking about going back to Tokyo.
Were they? I thought they were just talking about going to Tokyo to begin with.
Oh, I mean, maybe I just assumed. Maybe I made an ass out of me.
You could be right. I don't know.
Yeah. But still, I feel
I'm gonna have to watch the movies again.
I feel like there's a whole side spinoff just for Han.
Yeah, definitely.
And I would be into it.
This is sort of Fast and Furious presents Han.
Kind of, a little bit. I mean, he doesn't have a huge role, but he's there. He's present.
He's got a good sized role.
Yeah,
I did appreciate at the party that they go to when shit goes down with that jock kid. Han just hangs back.
Yeah.
He doesn't get involved.
Nope, not at all.
That is the wisdom of being an adult at a child's party.
Yeah, shit went crazy in that bouncy house.
It's true. Everybody was talking about it at preschool the next day. Oh, no guns in the bouncy house. It's you shouldn't have to post that rule.
You shouldn't.
You will shoot a hole in the bouncy house. The house will not bounce anymore.
At the very least.
At the very least. Guns present an existential threat to bouncy houses.
Yes.
And society.
Yep. Jesus is in this movie.
He is. Nobody fucks with him. Every time his name came up in the closed captions. And then at one point later on, someone does say Jesus.
Yep.
And I read it as Jesus.
Because he was in the room at that time. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I know a gentleman named Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a gentleman named Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my Lord and Savior.
Well, he's my boss.
Okay, cool.
I answer his phones.
Yeah.
Pay his credit card bill.
Oh. Better luck tomorrow.
Better luck tomorrow.
This was a good time.
It was. Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's noddity, but yeah, I think it's worth watching.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. An offbeat entry in the Fast Saga.
If you want to look at it that way, you absolutely can. But so if you just want to, it's kind of a movie that will. I mean, every podcast that talks about big blockbusters will say this, but it's a movie that you just don't see getting made much anymore.
It's true. Yeah. This would be a direct to Netflix maybe movie.
Maybe, and forgotten about the day after it's released.
Because it's buried by the algorithm.
Yep. Yeah, every time someone in oh, have you seen this on Netflix? I'm like, I think I remember hearing about it the day it was released, and then just gone.
Yeah.
Gone from public consciousness.
Yeah. It is competing with new stuff on 25 other streaming services.
Right. It's too much.
It is too much. What's making you happy this week, Eric?
Oh, boy.
Take your time.
Thank you. Yeah, because I can't really talk about the thing that's actually making me happy. But the thing that came a close second, I think I've mentioned numerous times. I've been watching all the John McTiernan movies.
Yes.
So I watched over the weekend 13th Warrior.
Okay.
Starring Antonio Banderas.
Wow, okay.
Which is a movie that apparently is widely hated. And I love it.
Nice.
I think people who think it's bad are wrong.
Okay. Had you seen it before?
I have seen it before.
Okay.
Saw it when it came out on video back in 1999.
Nice.
Yeah. So the story behind it is that he made this movie after he made Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay.
It was based on a Michael Crichton novel called Eaters of the Dead.
Oh, interesting.
And then, basically he made it. The studio didn't like it. And so they hired Michael Crichton to reshoot it.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
And so basically, while that was happening, he said, fuck this. And washed his hands of the whole thing, and he went on to make the Thomas Crown Affair.
Okay.
And then the Thomas Crown Affair came out, and then 2 weeks later, the 13th Warrior finally came out.
So is the 13th Warrior actually a John McTiernan movie, or is it a Michael Crichton movie?
In the movie, in the credits, it is listed as John McTiernan.
Okay.
On IMDb, it has both of them listed.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess officially it is a John McTiernan movie.
Gotcha. That's really interesting.
Yep. And it's also apparently the number 3 biggest bomb of all times.
Oh, wow. That's also interesting.
Yep. but I really like it.
Okay.
It's I think it's clever. It's really fun. It's got, we kind of talked a little bit during the Mission Impossible episode about the language sort of transfer.
Yeah.
They do it super clever in this movie.
Nice.
Because Antonio Banderas plays an Arabian man.
Okay, sure. The 90s.
Yeah. Who winds up basically sort of getting involved with a group of Vikings to go on an adventure.
All right.
They all speak, Norwegian or whatever. And he speaks, whatever language he speaks.
Yeah.
Which is presented to us in English.
Okay.
And the Norwegian is presented in Norwegian.
Okay.
And basically, like, it's sort of shown through like a little montage that he's just sitting there and he listens, and eventually he starts picking up words here and there, and finally, like, he just reveals himself, like, I know what you're saying.
Nice.
Assholes.
That's really interesting.
It's really good. But it's kind of a retelling of The Legend of Beowulf.
Okay.
And the ending made me cry.
Okay.
I really like that movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I would recommend it. Can't find it anywhere. Good luck.
Perfect.
Yep. What about you, sir?
Oh, god damn it. Every time. This always happens. I saw a cool bird on the way over.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was neat. It was an eastern bluebird.
Nice.
That made me happy.
We are pretty landlocked here for it to be eastern.
We're eastern half of the U.S. anyway.
We are indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'd never buy the argument that Ohio is the Midwest.
Definitely not.
No.
No, way too far east.
No, too close to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Maybe we're like the eastern edge of the Midwest.
Right?
Like right on the border.
I could buy that, yeah.
But
Kentucky is definitely the deep south.
Definitely.
It's
Also southern Ohio.
Yep.
And much of eastern Ohio.
And western.
And western. And all of it.
Yeah. We are the south of the north.
It's rough. The heart of it all.
It's hard being the blue dots.
It's
in
strange.
A very red area.
It is very strange. Oh boy. Why is this so hard?
I don't know.
I don't know either. What have I done?
Always ask me first. I figure that might buy you some time.
I was trying to think about it, but then I was actually listening to what you were saying.
Yeah,
I don't want to be rude.
That's your first mistake.
I watched the Conan O'Brien episode of Hot Ones.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of this.
I know of Hot Ones.
Yeah. And Conan O'Brien was on it last week.
Okay.
To promote a thing. Oh, he's got a new show.
Yeah, coming
like
on
a travel show. Yeah. And it was delightful.
Alrighty.
I had never watched Hot Ones before. And I saw people raving about how amazing he was on it.
All right.
And it reminded me of how much I love Conan O'Brien. I listened to his podcast for a while, and then I sort of fell off, and it made me want to go back and listen to past episodes and just enjoy his presence, because I do very much enjoy Conan O'Brien's presence in my ears and my eyes.
I like Conan O'Brien a lot.
Yeah.
He was definitely my late night talk show of choice.
Definitely mine too.
But I've never listened to his podcast, and I know he's done a couple of other like sort of spin-off show type things. Or
yeah, he had a show on
specials
had a show on TBS for a long time.
Yeah.
And then that sort of changed formats.
Yeah.
I lost track of him for a while there. But yeah, it was fantastic.
See, I just don't want to see people eating chicken wings.
Yeah. Yeah. He eats those wings in a way that made me want to eat chicken wings. And I am a vegetarian.
You are a recent vegetarian.
I know. I can still taste it. It's been over a year. Not that recent. anymore.
I mean, you're 40.
Yeah, shut up. I'm 41, sir. Thank you very much. And I've been a vegetarian since I was 39. But yeah, it was wonderful. It also made me want to watch more episodes of Hot Ones, because that was really fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may give Conan's new show a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch him goofing around doing pretty much anything.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't listen to his podcast, because I do enjoy him, and Matt Gorley is sort of the co-host of it. And
Yes.
I enjoy him greatly, and so yeah, maybe I should listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe there was just a string of guests that I wasn't interested in, and
That is
that's
fair.
what led me to drop off.
Sure.
It's also, there is an element of rich man gripes to his assistant about things to the podcast that you just sort of have to accept.
Sure.
But he's so ridiculous about it that
Right.
it's pretty fun.
I speaking of Matt Gorley and podcasts, I have to sort of be angry with you a little bit.
Okay.
I think a while back I mentioned listening to the podcast with Gorley and Rust,
Yes.
which is a horror movie based podcast. They review different types of horror movies. Ultimately. Yeah. And you mentioned you not liking Paul Rust.
Yes.
And ever since then, it has stuck with me. And the more I listen to it, the more I dislike Paul Rust myself.
Welcome.
And just find him grating.
Welcome. His voice is bad.
His voice is bad. His jokes are worse.
Yeah. I will accept new no-nos. And that's it.
Because I mean, obviously I like the new no-nos.
Yeah.
His show Love on Netflix was really, really good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that quite a lot. But yeah, he is just growing obnoxious, and I don't know if it's because you pointed it out. Because I want to like that show.
Sure.
Because I like Matt Gorley.
Yeah.
I like horror movies.
Yeah.
But boy, he is really, really getting on my nerves.
I mean, I don't want to ruin a thing that you like for you. But I'm not sorry.
That is fair. Yeah. It's just something I have to wrestle with myself.
I understand.
Yeah.
Rustle with it.
Oh, can I pick a movie?
What do you got? Hit me.
So, with us watching all the Fast movies and then followed that up with Mission Impossible. We've been watching like all these like huge big action movies with all these modern, action stars. And I feel like we need to take a little step back and appreciate, where these came from and with some of the elder statesmen of action movies.
Okay.
And action stars.
I'm concerned.
And I think it's time to acknowledge, the one of the biggest action stars of all time, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Okay. Obviously.
And,
His contribution to the genre cannot be overstated.
right. And so I'm picking a movie called When 8 Bells Toll.
Okay. Oh, classic.
It is from 1969.
Of course it is. Nice.
And it is a action spy thriller.
Okay.
Starring a very young Anthony Hopkins.
Amazing. Wow. All right. Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll see you when the 8 bells toll.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Back off.
I felt like this was a good opportunity to actually use the previous.
I guess I could have.
Because it is
Shit.
technically a fast movie.
Shit.
Yeah. Disappointed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, until next time.
Bye.
Keep living your life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at our websites view.guttertrash.net or on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit our website at view.guttertrash.net for information about our Twitter and Instagram. Once again, thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. We'll see you next time.